Scott Seibert here.
Shelly Holland, and we're with Clam Outdoors.
And we just got back from a trip, Lake Winnipeg. It was a phenomenal trip. I mean, this is our third year going up there, and we really didn't break the 30-inch mark the first 2 years that we went up there. And this year, it was a phenomenal trip. I didn't personally catch it, but one of the guys that was fishing with us, Rick Johnson, had a 32-incher that weighed 12.5. My son Cody, he had a 30. It was a 30-plus inch that was 12.1. I had a 30-incher that was 11.4. Multiple people.
And we were with a big group this time, and in the past we only went me and Scott, and it was a little harder to get on fish. With a group of 12, we were actually playing leapfrog. After people would catch a big fish, we'd circle that person, and then whatever person caught another fish, we'd circle that person, and that actually worked for like 5 or 6 big fish.
Yeah,
so we were on the fish for a while, and I had never experienced or done anything like that in my life, and that really pumped me up. That made me feel like a real fisherman.
And it was key. It was key, just working together, team. That's like ice team. That's what ice team's about, working as a team. But,
you can't always make that work, but it did work that time.
Staying active, moving, drilling lots of holes. I mean, we had 46 inches of ice, so with extension on there, it took it down to the auger head every time. So my back is quite sore right now. I'm glad I came to where we're at right now. Not the ice is a little bit thinner here, so easier to drill holes. But we were catching fish in 15 feet of water, 14, 15 feet of water. Number 5. Crawdad colored rip and wrap was by far the best bait for the big fish. We were also using the leech flutter spoon. That was working too, but you wanted to rattle them fish in, rip that rip and wrap and get that noise just a rocking down there. And that's what I'd also pound the bottom a little bit, get that bottom stirred up, and the fish would just come in and hammer it right off the bottom too. But one of the other things that we did was fish in shallow water. We started up in 7, 8 feet of water, and my son went up into about 6 feet of water, but we had 46 inches of ice. So we only ended up having 2 feet of water that we were actually fishing in. So when you go to set the hook on the fish, some people are making a mistake, and you set the hook out of your natural instinct to start reeling.
I lost a few there, so it wasn't like I didn't get any tied on. So out of our group, I never did get the big one. My biggest was 22, but I still had a blast. I mean, this was our 3rd time, and I remember the first time going up there, and I caught a 27-inch, and oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And the energy that flows through your body when you catch those big, beautiful greenbacks, it's phenomenal.
Yep. You see them fish coming out of the hole, you think every fish is a 30-incher.
Because their head just fills the hole, and then their body is bigger, a lot bigger than their head. It's great.
So I don't think you guys mentioned how many masters did you catch on this trip?
We just came back. We left Winnipeg, and we didn't get time to tally up all the different counts. But I'm going to guess we had 15 to 20 fish over 28 inches with our group. So, like I said, it was just a phenomenal trip.
Yeah.
I hope we go back next year, and I hope we have the same results. But it ain't going to happen every year like that. But
it's sure fun getting to know the body of water. I feel like we have so many more things we're going to do to get better and better and better when you fish the same body of water like that only once a year. You still learn a lot, and you're excited to use what you've learned for the next time. And so I've already got my trip planned in my brain.
I mean, we communicated with a bunch of people before we went up there. We had some friends. Chris Bresler, he was up there fishing this part of the lake. So that's the key about ice fishing. It's hard to. It's not like in the boat. I mean, yeah, we got the Bearcat snowmobiles we can move around, but it's working together as a team. That's what it's all about, is teamwork, and that makes it happen. And it really proved it this trip to Lake Winnipeg this time, because all the guys working together, guys and gals I should say, because Dusty and Carol, I mean, they worked their tails off.
I have to say, I prefer, I think if we ever go back, I would like to go in a big group, so that we can work together and find the fish and make it happen for everybody.
Key piece of the puzzle there, so trying to find them fish. So well, we had an awesome time. I'm hoping to say we do it again, but if we don't, it's going to be one of them trips. It's a memory I'll never forget. So
yeah, if you've ever thought about going to Winnipeg because you've heard all the great stories, what's stopping you?
Nice fish, Rick. 32-incher going back, 12.4. Talk about a Lake Winnipeg walleye.
Dusty.